Okay, gonna try this again because screwed up the last video, but let's go through these new Roman Empire cards. I'm excited, I love the Roman Empire, so I'm super happy to see that we're finally getting these cards. We did have a teaser for them with Caligula or whatever it is called, sorry it's hard for me to pronounce, which buffs all of these by 15. I think it is a permanent effect, although obviously I haven't tested it because these cards have only just released. First up we do have Mount Vesuvius. This card is great. It will be. Okay, so at the moment history isn't that good. When history is doing better, this will be fantastic to counter history cards. Just hitting one history card with this is amazing. Makes it 885 essentially. It's brilliant. It doesn't hit your history cards. It has a lot of potential, especially once the energy meta gets a bit weaker. 865 is actually really, really good stats. So, well, not really, but it is pretty good. It's one cheaper than it needs to be, and then it has a good effect on top of that. I don't know why I didn't just swipe. This card is actually kind of bad. Needs to be bigger, unfortunate. Roman Army. This is okay. If you get the full 5 cards out of it, including itself, over the 2 turns, because you can only get 5, you won't be able to get a card that you draw after playing this. But if you get the full 5, it becomes the equivalent of a 442, I believe, which is about 10 energy per power. It's nothing game breaking, but it's cool. I like it. This is just under CWE, which is fine. Being 1 below isn't too bad. This is cool. We've got, like, Neptune is awesome. Stuff that buffs oceans and seas, which is probably my favorite of the categories. Sorry, I'm tired, but it's my favorite of the categories, which, you know, giving that buff to them is good. Unfortunately, unless you're buffing 2, like if you're buffing 1 thing it becomes alright, if you're buffing 2 it's really good. But again, it's probably just not worth it. It's just a little too expensive to be applicable. Unfortunately, I don't like when cards cost a lot and require 2 specific cards to be played with them, or 1 specific card to be played with it, because it means you're paying a lot more than you want to be playing for a consistent play. If this was 4 and had like 20 power, that'd be great. It'd be so good. But it's just very high cost for, unfortunately, not enough reward. 644. Is that even good? It's on par. So one card makes this good. Volubis. I think this is really good. Like, for a common with no effect, this is strong. It's well above CWE. So it's not playable by any... Like, it's not necessarily playable, but it's one of the best 8 drops that we have with no abilities, so that's good. And the Colosseum, the last. So for some reason this pairs with a... what's the other subtype we've got? A Greece card, which is the Theatre of Epidaurus. But yeah, epidermis is showing. Yes, I know it's not the same word, but every time I see it I think of that. Combined, there are 120 something, 122 I think it is. Unfortunately, you know, like, that leaves you with 12 energy per power, or power per energy, whatever it is, which is exactly what this card already is, 12 power per energy. It's nothing too special for 10 energy. It's strong, but just unfortunately, if it was with another, like if the theatre was another Roman card, I'd be so happy with that, because that'd go really well with their boss card, their legend. It's not though. I don't understand why it has this cross subtype referencing there. Really lets the Colosseum down. However, a better card to go with the Colosseum is Caligula. Yeah, I did have that right, I think. I don't know. I don't speak Roman. So the two combined is like 54 for 4 energy. It's like 13 energy per power, 13 power per energy. God, I suck at this. I need to sleep. But honestly, those two combined are really good. And then, I think it's a permanent buff. If that's a permanent buff, then honestly, it's really worth playing. And it actually kind of makes this almost worth playing. Making this, plus 15 would be a 21 or 121 isn't the worst, but then if you can get on the field again, that's so much better. I'm going to see what Silver Paul wants for this, because it's just so hard to come by right now. But I'll see what he wants, because hopefully someone's able to give it to me. I have a lot of testing I want to do with this card. I'm excited. It looks really good. Let's see what the new pack is to buy them out of, because there always is. Oh, yes. Roman Empire pack for 2.5. That's good. We get that for a week. A lot of potential there. Anything in the announcement? I'd love if this said that we could possibly get Caligula, but unfortunately, no. It doesn't look like we can. But yeah, no, it's a really good pack, honestly. Like, it's a really good set. I mean, that's an idea. Let's keep where I was when I leave that menu, please. These cards are good. 4 of the 7 are playable, and definitely worth looking at. Maybe not now, but later in the future. Those 4 cards will be applicable, and I look forward to that. And this has a lot of potential if history ever gets really strong. This will always keep history in check. Unfortunately, history is just not in a good enough state for this to be effective. Although you only have to hit 1 history card for this to pay itself back quite well. If you can hit 2 or 3, if you hit 3 with this, it's amazing. It's a 125/8, beautiful. But otherwise, yeah, I do like the set. I love the Roman Empire and everything about it. So to see that these cards feel like they've done some decent justice, especially Mount Vesuvius, that's cool. I'm quite happy. The Colosseum lets me down in the fact that it pairs with Theatre of Epidurus, purely because I want more for the Colosseum. I want the Colosseum to be one of, if not the best, Roman card, besides maybe Julius Caesar. There's so much potential they have here, and I feel like it's wasted pairing it with a card like Theatre of Epidurus, just because it's not a good card, and that kind of makes this subpar itself, or makes it a common with no effect, which is unfortunate for such a cool monument. Otherwise, yeah, no, I'm really happy with the set other than that.